Greetings, Internet. My name is Chris, and this is Darkshade Caverns and how to defeat it. Now, Darkshade Caverns is quite a bit more difficult than Elden Hollow, especially because of the last boss, but you'll see that when we get to that. I recommend this place for Vet 9. Vet 8, you could probably do it if you had a good group, but Vet 9 or Vet 10 is the level I would do it in. Also, a premature warning until we actually get to that point. This place has two bosses that are very anti-tank, which means that it doesn't really matter if you have a tank at that point. First off, you're gonna fight these Kwama, as you just saw. You want to watch out for the charge and the forward-facing cone attack that the big guys do. This small group here just contains archers and normal warriors. Right after this group is the first boss. Alright. For the first boss, the Fallen Foreman, you'll have to kill all the ads first. This is the DPS's job. The boss will do a fear that you can interrupt, similar to the fearkins in Elden Hollow. And the boss will also do a spinning flame that goes in how do you say that? Clockwise pattern. Basically, it spins around clockwise. You can see I taunted all the ads there. That's always a good idea because that groups them up near you, and also makes it easier for the DPSs to take them out. It's a pretty simple boss, but the reason why we kill it this quickly is because everyone in the group is Vet 14. Again, I keep getting the invisible weapons bug. This is fixable by simply just re-equipping your weapons. This happens when I switch from my two-handed to my one-handed shield. Again, you see these guys, they do a charge. As a tank, you can intercept it by blocking and standing in front of it, but if you're using the Hisbark set, which is one of the sets I'm using, you'll get 18% chance to dodge an attack from an enemy, and sometimes you'll dodge the intercept, which means that if someone from your group is standing behind them, they'll get hit because the enemy will just run right past you. These big guys here, as you see, are the guys who do forward-facing cone attack. Right, here you'll see we're also gonna fight some Dwarven mechanics, or Dwarven autonomes, whatever they call them. Dwarven metal guys, whatever. But yeah, this involves spiders, spheres, and centurions. This means that you'll have a lot of enemy variety in this place here, due to the fact that you're fighting both Kwama, you're fighting humans, or humanoids, and you're also fighting centurions, or Dwarven mechanic enemies. After we kill this sphere here, it's gonna be the first boss. Alright, the first boss is second boss, I mean, is the Transmuted Hive Lord. For this, I take the aggro, or I taunt all three enemies. You have two script next to him. One of them is a sedating script, and the other one is a leeching script. The leeching script will drain health from you. I believe you can interrupt this. The other one, I have no idea. I assume it's some kind of stun, but I never actually saw its effect doing this. If you have the DPS for it, you can kill the script first, but normally groups tend to leave them to the tank. When you see the boss doing this, you want to get some kind of healing circle up or something, because this will do damage over time to your entire group. So you can see my healer here drop down a circle, and we'll all just stand inside it. Simple enough. You can see from my stamina and magicka bars that I'm not doing too well with my conservation of it. So you'll see me chucking a lot of potions. Because I'm running with a Templar healer, it means that he can drop me shards, which will refund 25% of my stamina. A very, very good ability, and one that if you ever see me during arena, is one I'm always going with. You'll have a way higher stamina consumption once you're tanking multiple ads, or enemies, whatever. So it's always nice to run with a Templar for that. Doesn't matter if they're healer or DPS. When he's doing his ground pound, I tend to switch over to my DPS, because I'm not actually able to negate the damage by using the shield. I don't recommend going DPS as a tank on this, unless you are high level, or unless you know what you're doing. And you can see, as a consequence of that, I actually go completely starved in both magicka and stamina. But we managed to get the kill nonetheless, without any deaths. Again, we're Vet 14, all of us. Alright, after you open this door, you're gonna meet your first Centurion. These Centurions do a forward-facing cone attack and a spinning AoE circle, basically a short whirlwind. Both very easy to avoid. You can simply step to the side or dodge roll. You can see if I block, I don't take too much damage from it. Something you want to be aware of is something you'll see here in a second. The small mechanical spiders will drop down a charge, or a supercharge, whatever you want to call it. You'll see that right here. It's the blue circle to my right. When a spider does that, you want to kill it as quickly as you can, because if it gets to charge the spheres or the guardians, they'll become way stronger, and that will actually be one of the things that kills us later in this playthrough here. I will be skipping 2 of the wipes we have, simply because this entire playthrough took us about 28 minutes. Alright, we're coming up to the 3 mutated Alits, no, Transmuted Alits. Or Alits, whatever you want to call them. As a tank, I taunt all 3 at once. The DPSs want to toss out AoE damage, because you need to kill all 3 Alits at the same time. You'll see me switching to my two-hander right here, dropping down some AoE, doing some cleave, whatever. Basically, you just want to kill these as close as you can to one another, because if all of them are not dead at the same time, they will start respawning. Okay, next up here is gonna be the first of 2 anti-tank bosses. This is quite an annoying feature, I think, because it sort of makes the tank completely useless in that regard. In some way it might be an interesting mechanic, I guess, because you need to be prepared for it, but at the same time it renders the role completely useless for that point. This is the 4th boss. And he is called... There's a lot of downtime here with the NPCs talking. It's called... Christ. Grobull the Transmuted. You see him toss out a taunt, and from there on, I'm not able to actually taunt him anymore. He's following me for the first part of the fight, but after that he just fucks about, just picks whoever he wants to. For this here, you can't actually attack him. His damage mitigation is, I think, 95% or some ridiculous amount. So you have to kill all the ads first before he will eventually collapse, and you can damage him. It's silly to try and taunt the ads. Instead, just go DPS and help take them down as quickly as possible. He has a reflect shield on him, and as you might have seen in the beginning, I got a crystal shard reflected back to myself. Basically, this means that any ranged attack will hit you if you try to hit him with them. So yeah, just kill the ads, avoid the circles because they stun you, and avoid his circle because it does a lot of damage. You can see everyone here is just hitting into him, even the healer. This is very important. You need to kill him as quickly as possible. Or you want to kill him as quickly as possible. You can see from now on, I no longer have an active taunt on him, and I can't actually cast it on him. As you saw there, I used a undaunted taunt, but from here on he's just hitting whoever he wants. There's another reflected attack, another reflected crystal shard. You see now he's following the DPS, I believe, and I'm trying to taunt him, but I can't. He's just picking whoever he wants. Again, just kill the ads, kill the ads, kill the ads, and then hit him once he collapses. We kill this guy after only 2 collapses because we're high level and we have a lot higher DPS than you would have with a Vet 10 or Vet 9 group. There we go. Alright, this is the 5th boss, the Dwarven Army. They're not actually called the Dwarven Army, but that's what I call them. This is our 2nd attempt at them, because we wiped the first time. What I'm trying to do here is line of sight them, but it actually doesn't work. It resets them. So we have to fight them out in the open. The reason why we wiped the first time is because the spiders got to charge almost everyone around them, and nobody was actually focus firing, which is a big problem here. You can see there's a charging spider. See Shadowplay fucking up a little bit here. Nice and laggy, the way we like it. But yeah, basically you want to kill the charging spiders because they'll make the sphere stronger, they'll make other spiders stronger, and they'll make the centurion stronger. This here, it's very good to reserve your abilities to only being taunt, which is the undaunted taunt, in a beast, or in a fire as it's called, and the puncture. Because you really need your resources for this, as these guys take a while to kill, and therefore you'll have to taunt them around for a while. You could kite taunt them, but I wouldn't recommend it. Even though apparently that's still a valid thing to do in this game. Going light armor build with resto staff and kite taunting. Very nice. You can see I'm out of stamina and magicka again. I used my potion to get some magicka here. But yeah, you can see we have four of these centurions up here. It's kind of harsh. You can sneak around this group here, which I recommend, to be honest. You don't really get any good loot from this. Not as far as I remember. I don't know if you saw that, but this guy has a glowing right thing over his head, which means I've taunted him. But still, he went to attack one of my group members. I think the taunt might be a little bit bugged still in the game. At least the undaunted taunt. Because half the time you use it and half the time it doesn't work. Which is, well, it's quite annoying, to be honest. Alright. You can see there was some green loot in that, but nothing too good. Alright, we're moving on to the 6th boss. The 6th boss is also anti-tank, so you want to go full DPS for this here. Everyone goes DPS but the healer. The only point it could be good to have a tank is when he spawns some ads. But if you have some excellent focus firing, it doesn't really matter. Alright. This is the, let's see what it's called, the Engine Guardian. As I said, everyone goes full DPS but the healer. He has 3 phases. He has a lightning phase, which is this one. Basically, the closer you are to him, the more damage you'll take from his lightning attack. And this phase he also spawns ads. See, the gameplay was quite choppy right there. I think Shadowplay doesn't like this game because it keeps lagging out, which is quite annoying. This is the poison phase. You're supposed to hit 4 levers in the middle, but because we have a very confident healer, we actually avoid doing that. And this is also how you get the hard mode achievement. This is the fire phase. You'll do a spinning flamethrower similar to the first boss, the Foreman. Basically you just avoid him and also avoid the AoEs he tosses down. When he gets to 25 or 20%, I don't remember which one, he will activate all 3 phases, which is quite tough. DPS on the group is solid enough, but you definitely all want to go range on this one here. You can see, even though I have a 2-hander, I'm not really engaging him. I'm staying back using my class abilities, my sorcerer abilities to hit him down. It's a long fight, but I think it's probably still bugged because you'll get the speedrun achievement even if you take more than 20 minutes to complete this entire place, which is quite weird because the first time I did it, I think I spent 40 minutes in here and I still got the speedrun achievement, even though it says 20 minutes on it. You can see we're killing all the ads. I'm not even taunting them. There's no point to it when we have this kind of damage. You can see these are the levers I'm talking about. I got the prompt to actually activate one, but we're not doing that, as I said, because we're doing the hard mode achievement. You see I'm constantly running out of magicka. This is because I'm actually still using my tanking set, even though I'm technically DPSing right now. I think it's a good idea if you're a tank to actually have multiple sets, because you always want to have something you can DPS with. And as I said, this is super anti-tank, this place here. You have 2 bosses where a tank isn't even needed. I think it's kind of a strange mechanic. I mean, it's nice for this kind of boss here. It's a cool boss fight, no doubt about it, but it's just strange to have something that completely negates a role that's pretty much essential everywhere else. You see we get the kill here, and that's it. that is Darkshade Caverns beaten. I hope this helped. I really do. If you have any questions or anything, ask them in the comments, please. And yes, thank you very much for watching.